I frankly have learned more about being a great boss from my bad bosses because I've seen firsthand what bad boss looks like, feels like, and the damage it can do. One other fun fact in getting ready for this podcast, I was just curious how many folks are actually trained to be a manager before they're given the title? And well, Jim, you probably know this, but what would your guess be? What percentage?
My guess would be less than 10%.
It's a little bit better than that. Estimates are between 40 and 60% have some type of training. Now, can't say how much or how good that training's been, but in defense of bad bosses, I'm not going to defend them too much, but if you're given a role and you're not really prepared for it, you're probably going to make a lot of rookie mistakes. And so, again, the spirit of this podcast is to say to all those people out there, both current and future bosses, here's some tips on, at a minimum, how not to be a bad boss and ideally how to be a better boss.
I saw some statistics that were a little bit different, that say that many people do not get any type of leadership training, which is different than management training, right? Until 10 years into their leadership career. What a sad statistic.
Well, and I was very lucky coming up through the ranks because I started out at P&G and they only promote from within. So they put a lot of emphasis on training. And then PepsiCo, they put a lot of emphasis on both management and leadership training. So unfortunately, I think a lot of companies look at that type of investment as a waste of money. And the sad part is it's probably one of the best ROIs you could ever get in terms of the ability of your leaders to really get that incremental effort from the team that otherwise they're never going to volunteer.
So you said that a lot of managers come into the promotion without much experience or training. And I've seen this a lot, especially in technology, where we'll have someone who can code well, we make them a team lead. And then after a few years, we make them a manager. And we lose on both ends because we lost someone who's a good technologist into management and they don't know how to manage yet. And they often end up becoming a micromanager because they say, well, I'm here because I do things right. So I want everybody to do things right.
Yeah, and a micromanager, in my experience, is the absolute worst kind of a manager to have because the fundamental bond between a manager and whoever they work with has got to be trust.